Hello guys, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time I'm talking about Transformers Combiner Wars, the Machinima series. Now, before I actually talk about that, I want to talk about the comics and say that I don't know much about the comics. I don't really read IDW comics. I don't really read comics in general, so I don't keep up with them at all, so there's that. I know a few things, but other than that, I don't know much about what happens in the comics. From what I hear, it's probably one of the best things to come out for Transformers media in a while because, well, comparing that to Robots in Disguise and the Transformers movies, that's not much. But anyways, so I just wanted to say that beforehand, but taking a look at the actual show itself, and what's my personal opinion, I would say it's not the worst thing to come out for Transformers, but I can't say that the people who hate it are wrong, or it's not as bad as what people are saying, because it's not that good. I'm a little forgiving about it. I'm a little forgiving about the show, but because the episodes do run for like 5 minutes, and you get 7 parts, so that in total is like 35 minutes of a series. That's not really a long time. But, yeah, it's just, it wasn't that great. You know, some of the animation was kind of sketchy. I believe that some of it was the rendering, because, I even noticed that the Machinima logo would kind of glitch out sometimes, so I wouldn't blame it completely on the animation for a couple of the episodes, just because the logo would also glitch as well, so just keep that in mind. But even with that said, some of the mouth movement doesn't really line up with what they're talking, or what they're saying. So, yeah, that kind of sucked watching. I mean, it kind of hurt my head just to watch the lips move, and whatever they're saying doesn't really line up. So, that kind of sucked. Some of the voice acting was just meh, you know, it was alright, I guess. Some of it was kind of like, But, there's a couple of good voices in this. I thought that Windblade did fine. I thought that Optimus Prime, voiced by John Bailey, finally he got that role. You know, that was alright. I think the best character and voice actor for this is Megatron. Just pretty much his lines and everything, his tone. I enjoyed this Megatron. I think it's one of my favorite versions of Megatron, actually, just because I enjoy watching him so much. And as far as like the voice actor for Starscream, I thought that was a good fit for the show, because it did have a voice that was kind of deceiving. Like, it just sounds like a character that doesn't really want to cause shit. Which obviously he does in the show. But, with that out of the way, you know, that's definitely not his Generation 1 version, because he caused a lot of shit for Generation 1. I mean, he was kind of deceiving in Generation 1, but he also liked causing shit, too. So, but I definitely enjoyed this version of Starscream leading up to his true intentions, which I didn't like too much. I will be honest about that. But as far as like Hot Rod is concerned, you know, it's alright, I guess. I didn't really remember much from that. And then that the chick with the staff that was part of the council or whoever, I don't know her name. I guess that was alright, but not memorable. And then the chick in the beginning who died. I thought that was a cool design, by the way. I want to see that as an actual toy. But I don't remember too much, mostly because she died in the first episode, so, you know, there's that. Anyways, and as far as the combiners are concerned, you know, they're just combiners. They're just, you know, doing their thing, destroying shit and whatnot. I think that Metroplex was probably my least favorite. Now, I understood what, I understood what was going on with that, but, I don't know. It's just I don't know. exactly. I don't know how to feel about that. Most of the show is like, I don't know how to feel about this. Because it's not that great, but it is, just on YouTube, so it's not like I'm paying for the service or anything like that. It's simply just pretty much YouTube videos. It's like pretty much anyone in the Transformers community who got like an animation program and decided to make a Transformers series, this would pretty much be it. So I'm a little more easier on this, but nonetheless, I thought the story was kind of confusing, which leads me back to my point about the comics. I don't read the comics, and I imagine that a lot of people don't read the comics all too much. Like I understand that someone's gonna complain, well, this was made for the fans. Okay, well, some fans are just into the toys and not the shows, or they're into the shows but not the comics, or into the comics but not the shows. Hell, even your biggest Transformers fan skips a few things for Transformers, so, I can't really, I don't know. But, basically what I'm saying is that I do skip the comics, and I'm still a Transformers fan, obviously, but, because of that, I was very confused on a lot of things, and I feel like they should have explained stuff anyways. Like, despite the fact that it happened in the comics, I feel like they should have explained a few things. So, they kind of do, but I feel like I'm still confused overall on a few things. So, there's that. I mean, a lot of the show is just explanation, and even then I'm kind of confused. Like, what are you talking about? What's going on? What are you doing this for? What's going on? You're not saying much. Don't know. Okay. Anyways, so that's my personal opinion. My recommendation is, if you don't like the first 2 episodes, I would give the first 2 episodes a try. If you don't like them all too much, then and they, the cliffhanger at the end of episode 2 doesn't really want you to, or you still don't want to watch the rest of the show, then, that's fine. You're not going to miss out on much. I think my biggest recommendation is watching, I believe it's episode 4. It's the one where Megatron comes in. Because so far that's my favorite episode because of Megatron. But yeah, it's just whatever. Like, I don't think it's that big of a deal. But I'm also not going to say that, it's not as bad as people are saying, because, it's not that good. It really isn't. I think my least favorite part about the whole show is them teasing the Titans returns, because Windblade's just like, oh, Titans returns! Oh god! So, I just feel like they should have ended the episode with just like a Titans return, like Titan Master guy walking up to the main body of something, and just ended the episode with that. I think that would have been fine. But no, they had to do kind of like a cheesy ending where they even say the Titans have returned, and I'm like, oh. So, with that out of the way, that's my personal opinion, recommendation, and whatnot. So, take it or leave it. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun dudes. And I'll see you guys next time. Fist bump.